Hi everyone, I'm Cal McGraw here with John Tillman, CEO of Illinois Policy Institute. So I hear there's going to be this proposed tax hike increase by Quinn. Is that correct? And what is it about?
Well, Governor Quinn ran to raise taxes by 33%, about $2.8 billion. Right now, as people are doing their Christmas shopping and trying to shop wisely, Governor Quinn, Speaker Madigan, and Senate President John Cullerton are making deals in the back rooms to try to get into your wallets and take away your Christmas money and put a little coal in your stocking. We want people to know they should call their legislator, let them know they don't want their taxes raised. President Obama and a bipartisan coalition in Congress just agreed to not raise taxes at the federal rates. We don't need a tax hike here in Illinois, and that's what we're trying to let people know, that they're talking about doing that right now.
I know Chicago is one of the highest taxed cities in the U.S. What would this mean to Chicago and the rest of Illinois?
Well, the average household would have a tax hike of about $600 if Governor Quinn's goes through, about $1,205 if his budget director David Vaught's proposal goes through. And for people in Chicago, we already pay the highest sales tax in the country. We pay one of the highest property tax rates in the country, and this would add to our burden already when people are just having a hard time making their mortgage payment. And not only that, this tax hike will actually take money out of the private sector. We need private sector job creators to help put our 700,000 citizens back to work. This would take about $1,353 in lost income out of people's pockets. On the other hand, it could also cost 107,000 jobs. So it's the kind of move right now during this tough economic time we don't need to be doing. We don't need Grinch in Springfield.
Do you think that with the tax hike increase, it would prevent businesses to coming from Illinois? I know we're already losing a lot of businesses. What effect would that have? And you already mentioned the job loss, but what would it mean for businesses?
Well, that's a great point. What happens when you raise taxes by any kind of tax hike is that businesses make a decision whether they want to continue to grow here or move to another state. When the sales tax went up here in Cook County, there were businesses that had to shutter their doors on the Cook County borders because shoppers moved across to Lake County or to Will County or DuPage County or all the way to Wisconsin to make those purchases. So we already rank 48th out of the 50 states in job creation. We need to move up, not down, and tax hikes will make us move further down.
Now, for legislature, is this going to get voted on? Can Quinn sign this into law by himself, or what's the process for that?
The process is a tax hike would have to come out of the General Assembly. It'd have to pass the House and the Senate. Right now, the veto session is over, and there's going to be a lame duck session in early January that they've scheduled with the current legislature before the new legislature is seated on January 5th. And during that lame duck session, what we worry about is that they're going to quickly pass some sort of deal where they trade out one thing in return for a tax hike. And we want people to know that those discussions are going on right now all across the state, so they should let their state reps and state senators know what they think. What is their opinion? Should we raise taxes on the people of Illinois, or should we keep our taxes where they are and let the government reform and restructure spending, which is what we recommend. And people can learn more about this at our website at illinoispolicy.org.
Now, is this something that can be voted on separate, or could this get slipped into another bill?
We're afraid that it'll be slipped into what you'd call an omnibus bill. So it would pass the House and the Senate very quickly, go to Governor Quinn's desk, and then he'll have to decide, does he want to take some of the reforms that might be in this package that'll sound good, and some of them actually might be good reforms, in return for a tax hike. The key thing, though, is that good reforms that benefit all of us in Illinois should be transparently talked about, discussed, and passed on their own merits, and not in return for a tax hike that'll just hurt the people looking for work here in Illinois.
And can you give us that website address one more time to find out more information?
Sure, it's www.illinoispolicy.org, and they can learn about this policy, what's going on there, and sign up for our e-list and stay informed.